I bet you think that if you see someone on a magazine cover or get all these awards or be on a documentary talking as the expert, that it's probably because they've done something really special. And so magazine calls them up and they're like, we know how special you are, we want to give you an award. Well, until I was in rooms with other multimillionaires, that's how I thought it worked too. It was shocking to me to find out how much most everything is pay to play. I am not saying that's the way that it always is. We had a client that did our leadership certification that was in Forbes top 50 over 50. They found out the cool work that she was doing to uplift Native women. They reached out to her to put her on the list, and she deleted the email because she thought it was spam. They were persistent, and she finally found out that it was real, and she's in Forbes top 50 over 50. But so much more of the time, it's not even about who you know, it's how much can you pay. So in my peer group of multimillionaires, I would see a friend who was like on the cover of a well-known magazine and like featured. I'd be like, congratulations. And she'd be like, it was totally worth the investment. I think for the magazine cover, it was like 30K. Had another friend that got to do a TED Talk and I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. She was like, yeah, I wish it was like back in the day where you could just like do a TED Talk, but you know, for about 10K, you can get booked. The featured in, or I have an article on this, or I got this award. We are taught so much in our culture to like look at these credentials and really respect and imagine there's a bunch of work behind that. And I'm not saying that those people didn't have skill, but I am saying that when you watch a documentary and you hear an expert talking, it would be nice to actually have the person that is the world's expert versus the expert that had an extra 40 grand.